What's up, self-healers? Lisa Lightfeather here. Welcome to my channel, Closing the Gap, where we make a conscious effort to meet you where you're at on your healing and your spiritual journey. Today, I wanted to come on and speak about the topic of the narcissist knows who you are. From the time of conception, I've heard mothers say it's something about this pregnancy. It's just something about this child. It's something about this. That's their spirit letting them know that they're carrying a chosen one. From the second the child is born, the narcissistic mother hates the child. The narcissistic teacher hates the child. The brothers and sisters hate the child. The child is a scapegoat, a black sheep. They're pushed out from the second they're born. A lot of times the second they're conceived. There's a lot of chosen ones who their journey ends at the abortion clinic. Some chosen ones abort themselves. They're like, I changed my mind. Catch me next time. Anyways, the narcissist knows who you are, right? They see you before you see you. And they actively seek you out because they are they're just a hollow shell of a human being. They don't know who they are. They can't manifest their own energy. They can't be creative like you. They have to see you and take your ideas in order for them to create. The narcissist will take you and everything about you and absorb you into themselves until they can look in the mirror and say that they are you. They'll wear their hair like you. They'll dress like you. They'll talk like you. They'll move like you. Everything. What the narcissist does is it seeks the empath out. The quickest way to attract narcissists is to create something. Create it. Create a business. Create a healing community. A creative idea, because they don't know how to be creative, and so they seek you out and they try to steal your creativity. And if they can't steal your creativity, they'll gang up with a bunch of flying monkeys, and they'll tear you down bit by bit by bit, until finally they see you what they perceive to be your failure. And they'll go to deep extremes to make this happen. They get obsessed with you. They get obsessed with you. They just want to see. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know where you're going. They want to know how you're growing. And your guides have all that behind the veil. The narcissist grows. They'll start off as baby narcissists. They're just flying monkeys, gathering around the primary narcissist, whether that's the mother or that's the sister, and then the other brothers and sisters are gathered around them. A lot of times the mother or the father will die and the eldest child will take over the position of the narcissistic family dynamic. You're like, oh God, she's finally dead. And then the eldest child will take over that position. Now she's the head narc. Baby, let me tell you something. And now all the flying monkeys are around that one. The most dangerous narcissist is the dark empath. The narcissist that can mimic empathy. You may be going through something. Let's say, for example, you're having trouble with a pregnancy or something, or you're having trouble in your marriage. Dark empath will cry over you, hold your hands and pray in the name of Jesus or whatever else they want to pray into. And the whole time they're sending energy into you, hoping that your marriage fails, hoping that you miscarry. That's why it's important you don't let nobody touch your stomach when you're pregnant. That's why it's important when you're going through stuff with your husband or your wife, you keep that in your house. You don't go to nobody, because a lot of these dark empaths, they pretend to be empaths. It's an easy way to fish in empaths so they can feed off of them. because they pretend to be an empath themselves. They are chameleons. They camouflage themselves as an empath. And so they get within the empath, they get within the empath's energy easier. And they can stay there for a long time before you catch them. Because they've learned to mimic the facial expressions. They've learned to mimic the emotions. They've learned to mimic the wording. They've learned to produce the tears. Dangerous, nasty. A lot of times the dark empath or the narcissist will click up with a bunch of flying monkeys, and then they'll start planting little seeds. Oh, she thinks she's all that. She's this. Did you hear her do this? And they'll just keep finding people and keep saying things until they finally get somebody to agree with them. And they're like, yes, they agree with me. Now I can get into cahoots with them. They live in fear. That's why they can't ever come to you one-on-one. They always got the flying monkeys with them. You'll never see a true empath with flying monkeys. We don't do that. First of all, we don't have to do that because we are highly protected. I mean, highly protected. The narcissist, especially in the family dynamic, they'll start off as baby narcs, right? Flying monkeys. And then they grow and grow and grow. And you can see how the narcissism intensifies. You can actually see how the escalation of the narcissism grows. They start off doing what's the word I'm looking for? They start off doing little gaslighting and stuff like that. And by the time they're in their 30s and 40s, now they're trying to instill fear. Now you got to come against your own family members in the spirit realm. That's crazy. But let me tell you something. It happens. Whew. It happens. A lot of these narcissists are bad actors, and you have to have an eye to see them. They'll come to these spiritual circles dressed in their white, with their head covered, and they got their fans, and they got all their spiritual stuff that they don't watch somebody else do, and now they're mimicking them. They'll come on there and just get fat off of energy. It's like a buffet. That's why you got to be careful in these spiritual circles. That's why I stopped holding them. There were people who said to me, oh, you stopped holding them because you were scared. Honey, let me tell you something. Scared of me and what I might do, to be quite frank, and it's not worth it. Empaths have a lot of work to do. We don't have time to be getting wrapped up in something that could change our lives forever and change the course of our path. Our guides, our ancestors will take us off the path before we divert the destination. They will take us off the path before we divert it by doing something out of self-defense or by doing something out of, somebody trying to trigger you and then you act out of character. Yeah, our ancestors will protect us and take us away from it. So a lot of times when your journey shifts or turns, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with your ancestors setting you up for the next path or whatever that's going to be. Because the narcissist is desperate. They're hungry. They're starving. And they know that they're being exposed. And so they're getting less and less. They're getting real careless. They're getting more and more. They're taking more risk because they're desperate. They're in desperate need of energy. They're in desperate need of the empath's energy. They're in desperate need of control. And so the empath's awakening, it's perfect timing. Because whether you want to believe it or not, this is spiritual warfare. And it's not going anywhere. The empath population is growing. Social media has blew them up. They're all coming out of the woodworks. But the empath is behind the scenes, behind the veil, behind the spiritual wall, stronger and stronger and stronger. Becoming more and more of a healer, being more and more protected. Our ancestors too are coming out of the woodwork. They're standing behind you. They got your back. Remember to always pray. I call on my ancestors from the north, the south, the east, the west, above, below, within, without, those who are for me and not against me. And they walk with you when you're coming and you're going. And they ain't nothing to be played with. I'm going to tell you that now. So when they wonder why you diverted to a different direction, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know in your heart that your ancestors are leading you, they're guiding you, they're directing you. The reason it takes the master narc and then all the flying monkeys behind them is because they're afraid of the empath at the end of the day. That's why they need so many of them. So empaths, armor up. Ensure that you're protecting yourselves. Ensure that you're calling on your ancestors, and stay steadfast on your journey. And if your journey is diverted in any way, form, or fashion, don't question it. It's your ancestors. They're leading you. They see ahead where you can't see. They see the fake empaths. They see the dark empaths. They see the narcissist. They also see you, and they're going to lead and guide and direct you in the way that you should go. Stay steadfast. Keep that business going. Keep on healing. Keep on doing what you do. Keep delivering those babies. Keep helping people transition from this side, from this realm to the next realm. The beautiful death doula. Keep doing your work. Keep catching the heads of the ancestors as a midwife. You're the one catching the babies. Don't let the narcs catch the babies. They want to pretend that they're the midwives. They want to pretend that they're the doulas, so they can be the first one to catch the heads of the ancestor and speak death over it. It is the empath, the true empath, that catches the heads of the ancestors, and as soon as they come out, they speak life over it. It is the empath that holds the hands of the ones that are transitioning, and as they go to the next realm, speaking peace, love, light over them. It's us that's doing the work. Don't let the dark empath and the narcissist stop you. They're a bunch of cowards that have to team up. They have to have a whole formation of flying monkeys to come against one empath. Yep. It's a heavy topic. It's a deep topic. One that I would probably go into another time, on another day, another way. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning into my channel, Closing the Gap, where we make a conscious effort to meet you where you're at on your healing and your spiritual journey. Empaths, keep going. I'm cheering for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for us. Let's make this happen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe drop a comment. And if you're really feeling my vibe, hit that bell notification so that you know the next time that I upload. I'm new here. I'm new on ground. I'm glad to be here. We'll see you next time.